Excellent. So Tiger Woods pre-shot routine. This is the same day. On the left hand side he's hitting a 3-wood off the tee, and on the right hand side he's hitting an 8-iron out of sort of semi-rough. Tiger will tell you that when he's coming down the stretch with a tournament, major or any tournament, he's not only got his eye on his own game, but he's also got his eye on his opponent's. And if his opponent changes their routine, he knows he's got a chance of beating them, or he's probably beaten them because they're doing something different than they normally do. So Tiger's routine, 2 different shots in position. You'll hear the commentators, it's a bit jumbled because it is 2 different commentaries. But if you have a look at the shot and position there for us in play, if you listen for the sound of the strike of the ball, two different results of shot, but he's approached both the same. If you watch the video tirelessly like we have, his head movement's just slightly different in one. So did that make a difference? It probably did, and the result was different. But you can see he models himself into position, goes through the same routine over and over and over again. Even if he's shooting 80 or 65, any score, he would do this on every single shot for himself in position. Perfect. So Tiger's so good at that routine there for himself in position is because he's practiced it over and over again there for us. So part of his practice would be his pre-shot routine, which is what we want to get you to do today.
It's actually when you start the pre-shot routine, that's when you stop thinking, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And just hit kind of robot mode.
Absolutely robot mode. It just naturally just takes over. A little bit like reaction. So most other ball sports, the ball's moving, so you've got no time to think, you just react and hit back in position there for us in play. So the pre-shot routine that we use, True Colour Shot Ritual, written by Peter Taylor, England mind coach. We work with him with the carrying squad, he's fantastic. I've learnt so much about my own game just listening to Peter talk to the boys, so I've coached this off Peter, so sorry Peter if you're watching. So it's a moment of stillness, a True Colour Shot Ritual, and it's represented by 3 golf balls. This is the setting up part of the actual game. We step into the play zone, which would be the mat today, and then there's the hitting area, which is the orange ball there for us in position. One of the comments Pete's put on, I was blessed with the ability to focus intensely. I've developed a regime that allows me to move from peaks of concentration into valleys of relaxation. My focus begins to sharpen as I walk to the tee. Then it steadily intensifies. Jack Nicklaus, again another man that had an unbelievable pre-shot routine in position there. So done the same thing every time. Some people would go off 100 miles an hour and get 3 or 4 shots ahead, but he just stuck to the plan. So the routine itself, so all 4 golf balls added up, it takes a brave golfer to do this, but all 4 golf balls added up, rhythm, at any time of the routine, if you don't feel rhythm, if you don't feel rhythmical and correct over the ball, go back to the first ball and start again. It is hard to do that. Sometimes we'll be stood there, something will go on over there, we'll just look up, that's time then to get away from the shot and start again. There's a video online, Phil Mickelson, he's hitting a 3-wood off a tee. The camera goes off, it doesn't faze him, but he gets his 3-wood, he walks back to his bag, puts it in and puts the cover back on, stands by his bag and starts again. So his routine must start when he takes the cover off his wood or he takes the cover out of the bag, and he didn't leave that to chance, he started again. So perfect, so we'll run you through the routine for us in position here, and then what we'll do, we'll run through it on the mat in a good fashion and a bad fashion, and we'll be able to relate to both, so don't let away in position. So the first ball, the purple golf ball, is the switch on. This is the start, the trigger. So we switch on and concentrate. So what we tend to find, golfers will play and think, I must concentrate for 4.5 hours, but you don't. You only have to concentrate over the shot. So you can only concentrate when you get to your golf ball. So in between shots, relax, have a bit of a chat in position there for us and enjoy the day. The reason you can only switch on over your golf ball in 2 situations, you could hit into an area sort of 50 yards short of the green, and you might get up there and it's stuck in a divot. So automatically you'll be walking to the ball thinking, great, I've got a chance of birdie. Oh no, now the world's against me, it's stuck in a divot. The second situation we've all come across, you hit into a par 3, you think it's 3 or 4 feet from the flag, and you get up and it's 25 foot past. So then automatically you think, oh, I thought I had a 3 or 4 foot for birdie, now I might 3-putt, and these sorts of thoughts come into the mind. So you can only ever switch on and concentrate when you get to your golf ball. Alright? That makes sense for you? Perfect. Has anyone ever done that? 4 hours, don't talk to me. Don't do anything with you. Yeah, I have. In position. The second ball, the red ball, this is decision time. This is a lot like you're talking about inside. It's perfect condition. It's exactly what we want to do, what you're talking about. So this is when you notice the lie, the target conditions, etc. So today it's windy, rain. Rain. Do I need a different club? What's the ball lying like? Where's my target in position there for us? Which shot am I going to play? Which club am I going to use to play that shot? And what is the risk versus reward? So is the flag tucked near a bunker? Do I need to make par, or is a 5 good enough on the last hole to win the tournament? What's the risk versus reward? Then all those parts added up, by the time you leave the red ball, what you have to do is you have to say, what's the best decision for me? What's the best decision for my game? Okay. The green ball, before we get to the play zone, is the connect the mind and body there for us in position. So this is the one that I think we all think, is this a bit strange? Is this something from another planet? But it's not. And we'll show you this in a bad way, because then we can relate to that a lot easier. We've all been through the same thing in the golf swing there for us. So this is the inside focus. We stand behind the ball with the club, perfect, and you mentioned there, so just about picking a spot to aim at, so that's a great part there for us in position. You ask yourself, what would a good shot look like here? So you visualise the shot. Am I going to draw? Am I going to hit a fade? Is it going to go low? And you have to visualise, and we'll show you why in a second in the practical fashion there for us. You feel the shot you intend with a practice swing, and then it's 100% commitment, and then you do the final part, your final movement, take a conscious breath out. For me, I grip the club harder and relax to take the tension out of my hands. It could be anything that switches those 3 golf balls off. And then you step into the play zone. The play zone is the Tiger video. So you step in a line and settle, you look at your target for 2 seconds. Tiger does it twice for about a second, so he does the same sort of thing, but that's his pattern. 1 point of focus throughout the entire swing. We're going to run you through the 1 point of focus. Most golfers have got 500 points of focus. I must swing it like this, I do this, this and this. A brief moment of stillness, and then we go. We make the shot. So like you say, like when we hit the ball, we're not thinking of anything too much in position. And then adding together, it's the start, decision, connect, and the 1 point go there for yourself in position. If we just run the Tiger video again there for you, just now you've run through that just quickly. So this is the orange ball for Tiger. So he steps in, aligns himself, settles over the ball, takes 1 look at his target, another look at his target, back at the ball, completely still, and goes. Does it every time, every single shot. Even if he was practicing, if he was at a charity day, messing around with his friends, he would still go through the same routine, tirelessly, because otherwise he's changing his setup and everything in position. Okay.
I noticed Nadal, tennis player, he always tucks his hair back the same amount of time.
Yes.
Behind his hair before he steals. Exactly the same.
Yeah, you can if you think of all the sports that you pick them, Freddie used to do that with his shirt, with Freddie Couples, every single shot. Every time the tennis players the same, always the same routine to play for. Brilliant. And you'll look at them differently. You'll probably pick these things up that they do their little traits.
They always do the same amount of bounces, everything.
Everything's the same.
It's exactly the same situation, and it's still ball.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's the same as a
same
golf
shot.
swing,
Yeah, same shot in position there for everyone to play. We all say that really on the course. You could be having your worst round ever, but you should go for the same because you want the next round to be a good round. So you should leave the golf course in a great way for your next round. That's the plan. If you're having a really bad day, just stand and think, right, I must get my game right for the next round. So keep doing the same thing. Otherwise, you walk into the next round and think, I played awful the other day, I'm going to play bad again.